This 5th generation CR-V, again built on a platform shared with the Civic, is slightly larger in every key dimension. The wheelbase is up to 104.7 inches from the previous model's 103.1-inch measurement. Overall length is up 1.2 inches to 180.6. Width increases by 1.4 inches to 73.0, and height raises by 1.4 inches to 66.5. Front-wheel drive CR-Vs are 66.1 inches tall. The rear spoiler and LED daytime running lights are now standard kit, while the choice of rolling stock is 17 or 18-inch aluminum wheels, skipping the steel 16 inches that used to serve on base models. The AWD Touring example tested here wore the 18-inch wheels shod with 235/60 Hankook Kinergy GT all-season rubber. While the interior is familiar in terms of layout and ergonomics, the level of detail and quality of materials have been ratcheted up. Seats in the top-level touring version are upholstered in leather that fits, feels, and looks better than most entries in this price class, and reserved faux wood accents mingle nicely with a small amount of chromed plastic and brushed satin finishes for a contemporary vibe. Kudos to Honda for restraint here. Some other makes have succumbed to the urge to apply as many finishes as possible and ended up with the Brady Bunch living room look, circa 1973. Cargo room behind the rear seat is now 39 cubic feet, 2 more than in the previous generation. Folding the rear seats flat makes for 76 cubes of space and can be done via handy levers set into the cargo area walls. Even better, the adjustable load floor can be configured to provide a flat floor and storage beneath. Up front, the center console benefits from replacing the manual handbrake lever with an electronic parking brake switch, freeing up space for improved cup holders and more storage. The most dramatic departure from the CR-V's hit-making formula can be found under the hood. A turbocharged 1.5-liter engine comes as standard issue in X, XL, and Touring trims, while the base LX carries over the previous model's naturally aspirated 2.4-liter four-cylinder. Similar to the turbo 1.5-liter found in the current Civic, the CR-V's has a slightly lower compression ratio, 10.3 to 1 in the CR-V versus 10.6 to 1 in the Civic, and higher boost pressure to generate 190 horsepower and 179 pounds-to-foot of torque. That's 5 horses more, but 2 pounds-to-foot less torque, than the former 2.4-liter made, yet it's a significant 16 horsepower and 17 pounds-to-foot more than this engine produces in the Civic. Although CVTs aren't our favorite transmission type, the continuously variable automatic in use here is among the most tolerable. It simulates shifts at the appropriate time, so the rubber band sensation is mostly absent. After a brief low RPM lull as the turbo spins up, acceleration is linear and seamless, and the CVT and turbocharged four-cylinder are about as well matched as any automatic transmission and engine combo these days. Considering that the engine's maximum torque arrives at a relatively low 2,000 revolutions per minute and hangs on until 5,000 revolutions per minute, the CVT has a wide swath of grunt to work with, and what it gives up in instant response it makes up for with predictability and by largely staying invisible in operation. A new, variable ratio electrically assisted power steering setup is geared for quicker response than in the previous generation CR-V. While the ratio change eases maneuvering in tight spots, we're also happy to report that directional response and turn and feel are a bit sharper. It's not exactly sporty, but combined with its good straight-line stability and a smooth ride, the new CR-V certainly makes for pleasant travel for those focused more on the destination than on the next apex. We measured 0.82 grams of grip on the skid pad, where our driver reported mild understeer. That won't impress many in a world where some cars now routinely approach or surpass the magic 1.00 gram figure, but it's a lot more grip than the 0.75 grams mustered by the last Toyota RAV4 AWD we tested, and it even tops the 0.81 grams of the 2016 Mazda CX-5, long lauded as the spunkiest handler in the compact crossover pack. Although our first drive of the 2017 CR-V in Northern California concluded without raising a single brow of interest from fellow motorists,